to their captain, standing captain tonight, Nadine Noordam. Bigger misses. Sure, the Spitz are going to be for Ajax with all of their experience.
Well, she's the second most capped player in Europe. You know, that signifies the kind of experience she has. This is a very young team, and in a game like this, you know, you want those leaders on the pitch. But already we've seen that, you know, Ajax are a team that can be dangerous on that counter-attack.
2006-07 campaign when Seestem got to the quarterfinals in European competition. The Dutch team to do so was Ajax here off the post, Leuchter. Goodness me, Hampton was beaten. And then over from Noordam. Well, she became Ajax's all-time best scorer at the weekend. And she's the thickness of a post away from giving Ajax the lead.
Yeah, fantastic play here from Leuchter. Because she takes it so early, it makes it very difficult for Hannah Hampton to just get the right footwork and positioning.
81 goals she has got to her name now as an Ajax player. 9 in 9 European games this season as well. She is flying this season. Romain Leuchter, a hat-trick in the cup. But down at the other end, Chelsea, can they respond? And ask some further questions of Ajax. Let's go covering in the end from Kaylee DeSanders. Leuchter coming through the back of Jess Carter and getting out the free kick. Let's go Chelsea's way.
Yeah, you can just see there, Leuchter is eager to try and press Jess Carter and win the ball, and I think she just is a bit gregarious in that situation, but it's great to see both sides already asking questions of each other.
Ajax have faced English opposition before, coming in last season's qualifiers for the competition against Arsenal. Arsenal game in the first leg, certainly. Finished 2-2 and then a 1-0 defeat. It's been a sparkling performance from them in their debut campaign. Beating Paris Saint-Germain here was one of the real stories of the group stage. Suzanne Bakker talking about how they're very alike, Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea, in terms of the individual quality available. They know how to beat the big teams.
They certainly do, and I think that's put them in good stead to be able to try and compete with the Chelsea side. You can see here that, you know, they're really going after them.
Noordam, can she get that? Not quite. Khadija Buchanan seems okay now. 5-time Champions League winner. There's Noordam. He's one of 8 Ajax names who started every game in the Overrange Champions League this season. She's a proper playmaker in the heart of that Ajax midfield as well. Putting the pressure on. DeSanders is a cardinal across the back line. Now just 18 years of age. For Regina van Eyck here. It's been pretty busy in terms of making saves this season. In the competition. It's a fine shot stopper. But Ajax looking to try and play their way out from the back, and not just the pressure there from Chelsea.
You know, young defenders in that back line. It's going to be really important that they don't take too many risks. You can see Chelsea are defending in that 4-4-2, and they're very happy to allow Ajax to have the ball and wait for them to make errors.
Charles was looking for some movement. I think she thought it was going to come maybe from Lauren James. Cry of come on.
not quite on the same wavelength.
Not quite at all. This was invested in the performance and the result against Arsenal on Friday night. Making amends for the defeat of the Emirates against Arsenal earlier in the season. Big win in front of a big crowd at Stamford Bridge. They'll be hoping for another big crowd for the second leg to come next week. Here's Johannes. Ball was won fairly. Lauren James. Right on one side. James opted to go the other way. And now Johannes can bring it away. Spark Ajax into life now. Grant making the move through the middle. Not going to be used as Hampton holds onto it. Denny Hoekstra taking it a long way and opted to go for goal herself.
Yeah, it's a great transition play from Ajax. They go with speed and dynamism, carry the ball up the pitch, and just wasn't able to execute the shot as she wished. But you saw earlier that Lauren James, they just swarmed her, and that's what those moments they're looking for.
Ajax coming the closest already to a goal, striking a post. The finished runners up to Paris Saint-Germain, by the way, courtesy of an inferior goal difference. Wonderful to finish ahead of the great name of Bayern and of Roma as well. European campaign for them. Started off in the qualifiers when they came through against Dynamo Bucharest and then against Zurich as well. Here's Jess Carter. Lily Hannes, by the way, the youngest to play and start in a women's quarter-final in the Champions League since Jess Carter did it in the Birmingham days 10 years ago.
Just incredible. Makes me feel extremely old, Chris.
Here is Johannes. She was a top name that Emma Hayes was waxing lyrical about in a press conference. Rightly so, from Springfield in Virginia. Just starting to get a feel of the ball now, Ajax, haven't they? Just calming things down a bit.
Yeah, just commentator's curse, I think, then.
Yeah, Johannes was late, and Johannes is going to get a booking here. And this is big because it means that she's not going to be able to play at Stamford Bridge in the second leg. She was a yellow card away from a suspension. There it is.
And you can just see her frustration because really, you know, her teammate there, centre-back, has played her a 50-50 ball that she's tried to attempt to reach, and you know, she's just unable to get there in time.
They are the most carded team in the UEFA Women's Champions League this season, Ajax, by the way. With the 14th yellow card that they picked up. 12 out players sent off yet. Just to move a bit further away from where this free kick is to be taken. It's Percy. Leibot's Cuthbert. Sinclair is here. Joyce James. Fired in towards her, and he'll come back to her again, Lauren James. Just wouldn't sit down for her.
Yeah, good play. Chelsea, for their wide free kick, opted to play short. Good decision because they were able to commit numbers in the box there, but unfortunately Lauren James wasn't able to bring the ball down as it took a while to drop.
Grant put that down really well. You see how quick Chelsea are to get up into the faces of These Ajax players, although it's Ajax's turn to put the heat on Lee Charles. Cardinal. Going long for Luther. Hampton. Risky again.
Yeah, that was good pressure there from Grant, to force her into a mistake, and Ajax could have potentially capitalised from it.
Well, Chelsea could capitalise here. Look at Lauren James go. Can she get there first? Vlahovic very quick off the line. In the nick of time, able to clear it away.
She had to be there, Chris. You don't want to give Lauren James that kind of space and time to try and exploit it behind the defensive line.
It's Carter. Was able to take a bit of a stroll around Amsterdam earlier today. Lauren James, in full flow, looks like she's just strolling around the place, doesn't she? Just a style.
Yeah, she's got a very elegant way of playing, and I think she's the type of player that can have you standing on your feet.
Cuthbert. It's in Kellerud. She's on her way again. She's doing well to keep it in play. Can't. The Ajax ball. Don't forget to show your support, get involved in the fan zone, share your messages of support for your team or preferred player. You just have to let us know who you want to win now. Scoreless so far here at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Chelsea, one of three clubs who have remained unbeaten throughout the group stage, along with Lyon and Barcelona. Pretty impressive they are away from home as well in Europe, 8 unbeaten. To thrive on the big occasion again here, Schalke Lusken. Ferrer and Cuthbert. Brighton. Cuthbert, it's a bit narrow, plenty of defenders back, although Ajax struggling to clear. But full for James, and Lauren James will put it in, but the flag goes up. Well, everybody was looking again, everybody was waiting for that flag to go up.
Yeah, I think they will completely do the whistle for the French foul. It was a great play, Chelsea playing that one-touch quick combination play.
Well, we're going to be looking at this closely. Alejandro Di Paolo. Video technology available. And full credit to Lauren James, because you play to the whistle, don't you? So anything that she did was carry on, put it in the net. You never know what can happen. This is a close call, this. Big moments. With 21st half minutes. And Lauren James. "13 goals to a name in the WSL this season. A couple of goals in Europe last season against Paris Saint-Germain. We should be celebrating here, and Chelsea lead in Amsterdam.
It's taken a while, isn't it, Chris?
Goal. Chelsea in front. Lauren James. It's not gone down well with the locals, but Chelsea have a lead in Amsterdam.
Yeah, clearly Lauren James is onside.
And then it was the rebound, wasn't it, off two Ajax defenders there and there. A great anticipation from Lauren James.
Yeah, she's the first to react. She, ricochets off those two centre-backs, and the defender, centre-back, the full-back falls to her and she finishes, and that's what you do as a professional attacking player. Put the ball in the back of the net.
Lauren James off the mark in Europe. Great time to get off the mark in Europe this season. The first leg of this quarter-final. Chelsea, you have a wonderful record when getting to this point in Europe. They're determined to make sure that they hit a semi-final as they did last season before being beaten by Barcelona, but only just. Quarter-final last season, they were involved in an absolute thriller against Lyon, which went all the way to penalties at Stamford Bridge. And all about the character of Ajax now on this grand occasion. Here's Lupotz.
You can just see Chelsea now growing in confidence. They're spraying passes through that midfield. And also that's what Lauren James has added to her game. Defensively, getting back, recovering the ball.
And De Colonia loses out to Ethan Kellerud here. And Chelsea can just slow it all down, play at their pace, play on their terms.
Absolutely, and I think Ajax have to be mindful not to keep dropping off and getting into lower and lower positions within their units. They've got to be able to still get close enough to try and apply pressure and make it difficult for these Chelsea players.
Scored in 15 of the last 17 European games. Generally, when Chelsea do score the opening goal in matches, they avoid defeat. They have done in the last 28 when scoring first in the WSL.
But they're just ruthless in front of goal, and Lauren James just demonstrated that,
She's into her third season now after a move from Manchester United. She's in 3 of the last 4 appearances now as well. Emma Hayes calling her a bit of a maverick in the pre-match press conference, which describes the pitch as her playground.
You always need one of those in your team. You need someone that's going to break the mold, be brave, and be creative, and she definitely encompasses all of those things.
There's a hush around the place now. This record-breaking night, a record-breaking crowd for women's football in the Netherlands, surpassing the capacity of the Champions League final last season in Eindhoven. It's Regina van Eyck. Being able to add to her 2 European clean sheets this season. Buchanan won it. Lupotz, Brighton. Ethan Kellerud against De Colonia. Cuthbert, pickpocketed by Johannes. Also going to get a free kick. Maybe just a word to Lorraine Lupotz. I think she knew exactly what she was doing there.
Yeah, she just leaves a foot in there on Noordam, I think, as she tries to break, and some might say that's just intelligent midfield play, stopping a transition.
It's Wrighton. Well, first time for Sjoeke Lusken. Taking up that 10 role, if you like. Settled into it pretty well, Sjoeke Lusken. Jack of all trades, really. Play pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, extremely versatile. We've seen her obviously this season in the WSL take up a centre-back role. Also the 10, she's got attacking and defensive qualities.
We're all enjoying the fan zone here on DAZN, the global home of women's football. Some fantastic prizes to give away. And to be in with the chance of winning a personal message from a Team Visa footballer, share with us the pep talk you give, or you'd like to give your team right now in the chat. Ajax, a team who are currently second the top flight in the Netherlands. They are in a title race. So 6 points back though from FC Twente, who they have beaten this season. The top two do qualify from the top flight here in the Netherlands for the Champions League qualifiers. No direct passage. 5 games remaining in the top flight. Possible cup final as well. We get beyond the semi-finals, which will play their great rivals Feyenoord. So an exciting climax to their season to come still. Here's Kaiser. From AZ a couple of years ago. Van Gool. And the Colonia.
Van Gool did very well there just to wriggle out of that situation. She's getting pressed aggressively, manages to retain possession, but you can see the two forwards, the wide forwards for Ajax, are just trying to pin that Chelsea defence and stretch them to open up those pockets.
We're going to go long here. Good for Grant. Johannes. Parise. Cuthbert brings it down, calms it all down. Carter, back for Hannah Hampton. Won't be taking too many risks. She's been caught out here. Johannes going for goal. And it's not for the first time where Hannah Hampton has just made life a little difficult for herself at the back.
Well, yeah, Chelsea started the game a bit tentatively, and Hannah Hampton obviously turned over the ball quite early on in the game. Again, has demonstrated it here, getting pressed heavily from that left-hand side from the forward, and you know, Lily Johannes will be kicking herself that she wasn't able to put that on target.
And getting the nod to be the starting number 1 for Chelsea, and putting the heat on Mary Earp, certainly at national team level as well, Hannah Hampton. Maybe she's thinking she's still a striker, and she started her career as a striker in the younger days.
Well, I've played with Hannah at Aston Villa, and I think, you know, she's a sort of player that has unbelievable ability with her feet, both her left foot, right foot, and is a sort of goalkeeper that can take you from defence to attack very quickly.
That's the name of the game of a modern-day goalkeeper now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's
not just about stopping with your hands.
No, it's like getting an extra overload in your back line when you can then start to push defensive players up high up the pitch and create all sorts of problems.
She's again. Luke Bolts. Buchanan. Well, Lauren James is. He's in Kellerit against the Colonia. Just out of the reach of Guru Wrighton. Buchanan winning those aerial duels with a commanding presence as well. It's a switch on for Ajax here. That's calmly done from Parise. Really has stepped up and being called upon for Chelsea in recent games, recent months. So it shows Chelsea's strength and depth, doesn't it? Just for the amount of injuries that they do have. But So those still available, those that can cover in not necessarily their native positions.
Absolutely. Obviously, they're missing Millie Bright, who I know is a real leader for this team. But the way they're playing at the moment just is a team that's super confident.
Robertson's had a bit of an in and out sort of campaign. As a player who can come up and score some really important goals. She has done that in her career at Chelsea.
She's brilliant, obviously, 1v1 down that left-hand side. Her quality of her deliveries, but you're seeing her also add another level to her game. She's coming in more narrow these days to try and combine in those central areas.
It's James. Brighton can gather it, out he goes for an Ajax goal kick. There's the goal again. You can see Lauren James was onside. She would have made it the first half an hour on the hills.
I think she'll be happy, you know, at the moment. Getting a goal always allows the team to settle and get their rhythm and build their confidence. Of course, they've had a few warning shots from Ajax. That's what they'll have to manage going into half-time.
Chelsea have lost just 2 of the last 16 Champions League matches. As Grant makes the move forward here for Ajax. Buchanan stood tall.
Yeah, good 1v1 battle here. You see Grant using her body really well to try and get between the ball, and Buchanan isn't able to make good contact with the shot.
Chelsea currently competing in their last 7 European games. The return leg to come at Stamford Bridge next week. There's so many games to be played between now and the final, not just in terms of European scene, but domestically as well. Chelsea looking for another league title. Roma Hayes to bow out on. Buchanan. We need a lot of that from Van Hool and the rest. Ajax here. Shaka Nusken. Here with Niamh Charles.
I was going to say Chelsea wriggled out very well of that situation, because you could see Ajax were trying to set a trap down that right-hand wing with their numbers. Hool coming in, trying to apply pressure. And I think that would be a feature of this half.
Touch from Grant, just couldn't get away from Niamh Charles. There's a Cardinal. Dutch under-19 international is a Cardinal. Started and played really well in games against some of the biggest names in Roma and against Bayern as well. He goes for James. Nice clearance as far as Leupolz. Brighton, Leupolz. She taken out? She was, according to the referee.
Yeah, definite foul there from Kaiser in her desperation to try and win that loose ball. Just goes flying into Leupolz and takes her down. I think it's a tight one there, the potential offside on Guro Reiten, and she just tries to get herself back on side.
course, getting another start in the Champions League. She sort of featured against Real Madrid, the group stage. She started then a sole appearance. It's Carter up from the back. Ten to go till the break. Chelsea profit from this set piece. Drifted in. Oh! Sjoeke Nüsken so close to making it two.
Yeah, it's a lovely delivery here from Parise in swinger into the box, and Nüsken is completely free. Nobody makes contact with her and just isn't able to guide that ball towards the goal.
Yeah, she scored a couple of goals against Arsenal on the weekend. One of them, I don't think she knew too much about.
Yeah, the queen of deflections.
Absolutely. As you say, she has been playing a more defensive role. As Ajax really getting caught out defensively here. Corner it will be for Chelsea.
And these are the two vulnerable areas. Ajax is in a build not to take those kinds of risks against aggressive pressure, but also set pieces, I think, has been a weakness. You saw in the group stages against Roma, they created a lot of chances, so they have to be really alert to these situations.
Parise across to take this. Referee's just seen too much going on in there. Parise clocked 50 appearances for Chelsea against Arsenal. Swings it in. Chance to chase. Grant there first for Ajax. They've got a lot of room to work with. It's a play from Charles. Martin Cameroon. That's a very important challenge from De Claudia. She's there again as well. Had to make that challenge. Claudia's got a grand total of 12 minutes in Europe before tonight. She turned 19 yesterday. Charles. There's James.
Chelsea just happy to control the tempo. You know, this is what you call really good game management. Manage these situations, wait for the right opportunities to go forward.
James is on her way. There's Kaiser here. James is ball in. What a ball in it is as well. Reiten! Guro Reiten there where it matters for Chelsea. And they have 2 goals now in Amsterdam. If at first you don't succeed, and there she is at a second opportunity to smash it into the delight of those travelling fans. They have control of this quarter-final.
Well, it was a fantastic build initially down the left-hand side, and again Lauren James pops up, whips in this cross. And who's first to react? Guro Reiten, alive to it, tries the first time, gets a little block, I think comes off her head and just lands fortunately in front of her, and she's able to just capitalise and smash that into the back of the net. Well, great start for Chelsea.
I mentioned now she's scored some massive goals in her career at Chelsea. And Reiten here for the 3rd time in Europe this season, nestling it into the net, or has she? She looks rather perplexed, has to be said.
I'm just wondering if there's a possible check for a handball, but, you know, we will soon find out.
tell you what, they were looking for an offside, I think, maybe as well. Nusken, but Chelsea wait to see whether the second goal is going to be theirs here tonight.
Again, that delightful cross from Lauren James that comes in. And if there's a possible offside check, there is an Ajax player that was off the pitch, it seemed.
Yeah. Nusken, was she interfering as well in the line of the ball going in with the defender? Well, the video is just having a good long look at this. So big are these moments. Video technology introduced to the Women's Champions League at this point, and it is not going to count just yet, as the referee comes over and goes to have a look at her monitor.
Clearly it's not that clear and obvious. I guess they want to make sure they get these decisions right. Right there. Is it on Nusken, potentially?
Yeah, look out for Nusken here. She seems to make that movement backwards, doesn't she? As if she is getting out of the way of the shot.
She doesn't attempt to make a play on the ball, but yeah, exactly.
Offside. So Ajax get to breathe a sigh of relief here that it's not to be a two-goal game, but just the one now. Offside is the call.
Yeah, it's a very tight decision, but probably the right one in the end.
Here's James as the game restarts. Lauren James, oh, she felt that. Goodness me, that was tight, that was close. Buchanan. James can't touch it, Wrighton gets there though, right across it goes! And this one should count definitely. Sjoeke Nusken on the slide. Chelsea do get their second goal.
Yeah, Nusken doing what Nusken does, arriving into the box. And I think Chelsea will be happy that they got the goal from that scenario, because I think there's a potential penalty call on Lauren James. But yeah, brilliant ball in from Guro Reiten, low and hard across that defensive line, and who's there to finish it off? Nusken once again.
First goal in European competition in her career. Sjoeke Nusken came in from Eintracht Frankfurt in the summer, been helped Eintracht Frankfurt, and qualified for the Champions League for the very first time. What a moment for her, what a moment for Chelsea, who do have their second goal. Previously ruled out just moments before. Nusken sliding in. She's having a good week after a couple of goals against Arsenal.
She's had a fantastic week.
To 5 additional minutes at the end of this first half. Can Ajax respond? Just out of the reach of Johannes. And now Wrighton. And James to take over. Wrighton's continued to run. That's nicely done, linking up with James. Lauren James is crossing. Oh, St. Canaroot's coming in. Lauren James again with another pearl of a great. She's made it look so effortless, doesn't she?
It's incredible, the wand that she has in both of those feet. Taking on players 1v1, delivering precision balls into the box, and you can see that Ajax are just getting a little bit stretched, a little bit disjointed, unable to deal with those overloads in the wide areas.
Well, who is your player of the first half? Keep those positive pep talks coming in for your team, and let us know who your standout player is for the first half. Who's impressed you the most? All you need to do is let us know in the fan zone. Chelsea 2 to the good here in this first leg of this quarter-final. Lucia has seen very little of the ball. Ajax is all-time top goal scorer, confirmed that at the weekend when she scored a hat-trick in the Cup. They've not really been able to get her in the game at all yet. Romain Luxer, who's finished as their top scorer in each of the last 2 seasons. They go for that long ball again to try and get at the top and in behind Jess Carter and co, but Hampton read it well.
I think it's credit to Chelsea centre-backs, Christian. Jess Carter and Buchanan, they're really getting tight to her, not allowing her space. They're managing the space in behind between themselves and Hampton well, stepping aggressively as well into those midfield areas.
Millie Bright on social media couldn't hide her excitement. The fact that she's back in training. Not featured since November in that knee injury. Get her back for the most important stage of the season.
She'll be chomping at the bit if I know Millie to get back on the grass.
Risk for James. Has been unplayable in this first half so far. And Chelsea strike a third before the break. St. Canaroot, oh, she does find a cross. Cuthbert, and Nusken, is she in again? Wide.
And I think Ritin Kanarin has been exceptional this season. You can see her taking on players 1v1 there. But that touch inside from Nusken, so clever, so much finesse to just try and give herself the extra space and time to try and get that shot away, and it just isn't able to bend it, nestle it into that bottom corner.
She is such a threat. She certainly was at Eintracht Frankfurt in the Frauen Bundesliga. And Ajax have been second best in this first half. Experiencing what it takes to play and compete against the very best. Here is Lily Johannes. Back for Kaiser. Not enough pace on the pass. Cut out by Reiten. It's in Canaroot.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's experience is really starting to show. You know, they are retaining possession, changing the tempo when they need to.
Cardinal. Johannes. 2 for company, but ball was won. She's given away the free kick as we hit 5. And Chelsea firmly in control of this first leg here in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's a clear foul there. You can see Johannes in an attempt to try and recover the ball, just leaves a leg on Erin Cuthbert. She's going to play with that bit of tentativeness now. She has a yellow card.
So half-time, Chelsea in front by 2-0. Could have been more as well, although Ajax have hit a post. Fascinating to come in the second half. Who are you supporting, by the way? Seems much of the support with Chelsea. Cheer your team on in the fan zone. gone before us in the first half here in Amsterdam in this UEFA Women's Champions League quarter-final first leg. Ajax came out really strongly, having weathered a bit of a storm from Chelsea in the early periods, Anita Asante, but that was a real let-off for Chelsea there, wasn't it, as they hit the post?
Well, Ajax started really brightly and were already testing Hannah Hampton.
But then Chelsea started to get into the groove and started making chances their own, and rather fortuitously it fell to Lauren James. Everybody stopped, waited for a flag. It eventually came. However, with the use of video technology here, this goal would stand.
Professional play from Lauren James, playing until the whistle, showing her quality and class in that moment.
Yeah, they came about here being onside as the ball ricocheted its way into her path. And Lauren James scoring for the first time in Europe this season. Ajax not helping themselves at the back, but the pressure telling from Chelsea. Nonchalantly done by Lauren James in the end.
Yeah, aggressive pressure, but Ajax need to do better, clear their lines. You don't want to give good players like Lauren James that time and space.
Well, Chelsea kept on pushing. Chelsea have never lost a Champions League quarter-final in the Women's Champions League. Thought they had another one. Gura Reiten here, 2 bites of the cherry. As she put it away, Chelsea was celebrating, but this would be ruled out for offside. But again, James at the heart of things in it.
Lauren James is causing havoc down that left-hand side with, you know, really wicked deliveries into the cross. But you see here, Nusken is deemed offside from the initial play in a position as she tries to get herself back onside.
So the video assist referee coming to the aid of Ajax, who've had to withstand plenty from Chelsea. And if Chelsea were disappointed that the goal didn't stand, just moments later on the approach to half-time, they would have the ball in the net again. James leaving it, Reiten taking over, and Sjoeke Nusken was there where it mattered, sliding in. And Chelsea with that 2-goal cushion.
Again, that left-hand side for Chelsea, you know, proving strong for them. You see here that ball into Guro Reiten, who just puts in a lovely cross into the behind the back line, and who's there arriving? Perfect timing, Nusken.
So Sjoeke Nusken scoring again, as she did with those couple of goals against Arsenal on Friday night. And as it stands, it is Chelsea in front comfortably with more of the ball and more attempts as well. And most importantly, with those 2 goals at the halfway stage of the first leg here of this UEFA Women's Champions League quarter-final. Welcome back to the Johan Cruyff Arena, everybody. A player of the first half, and I hope you've been having fun actually in the Fan Zone live on DAZN, the global home of women's football. Earlier we did ask you who was standing out for you, player of the first half, and it was to be Lauren James, who came up tops. I mentioned it in the first half, Anita Asante, she's been unplayable at times.
I mean, Lauren James is a sort of player I would have loved to have played with, hated to play against, because you see her, all her attributes, 1v1, left foot, right foot, so difficult to stop, and really she's the player that's causing all the problems for Ajax.
Yeah, Ajax had a brief moment, didn't they, when they struck a post. There's been a few nervy moments with Hannah Hampton at the other end, but overall, will the control that Chelsea have had on that first 45 please Emma Hayes the most?
Definitely, I think Emma Hayes will be pleased with the way the team have managed the overall game, that they've created chances and put them away. They've been clinical, which has allowed them to build their rhythm and their confidence as the game has gone on.
And so if you were to swap roles and put yourself in the position of Susanne Bakker now as Ajax start to make their way out, what sort of words do you think she'd have mentioned to her players? A kind of, let's just go for it, show what you can do now?
Absolutely. Susanne Bakker will be telling her players, go out there, be brave, you've got nothing to lose, you've already created history for the club, you're playing in front of the crowd, give them something to shout about and replicate the early minutes of that first half.
And try and get Romea Luther into the game a little bit more. Not really seeing the star names of Ajax led by their captain Nadine Nudam have a real say on proceedings thus far. There is Susanne Bakker. Ajax deciding not to extend her contract. It was announced back in January. As Emma Hayes moves on to the United States after the season end. Back underway then. Chelsea 2 to the good up here in Amsterdam. They've had a goal ruled out through video assist as well. Although Ajax have struck a post, they have shown that they are capable of causing problems. A team who are currently on a winning run of 8 matches domestically. Ajax 9 unbeaten all competitions, back to when Paris Saint-Germain beat them. Haven't lost in the top flight here in the Netherlands since November, and Twente beat them. They have scored in 11 of their last 13 Champions League matches. They need a goal here to keep them in the tie.
Yeah, for a team actually who has quite a low XG, they've managed to score in all their home fixtures.
Missy Kaiser, who's part of the Ajax talent team. Susanne Bakker, the current head coach now, is heading that up as well. A great occasion it is here tonight. It's 40,000. Their cup game at the weekend played in front of just over 400. Bit of a difference. But this is what these players have dreamt of doing and playing in these occasions. Chelsea in front of just over 30,000 at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal. The trendsetters in the WSL in terms of packing out the Emirates.
That's a real reflection of the growth of women's football, I think, across Europe in particular. But, you know, it's having that global effect, and the interest is there, and the quality on display is on the pitch.
Oh, and they turn it over Nuskin here, in towards James. James on the turn, and there's Nordam, who was covering. And now Grant. She get away from Charles, she can. Grant, what can she do here? Tilly Högström against Carter. Find an angle for a cross, she can. Perisset was there first, in the way. De Colonia. Now Johannes. Quite full for Luther. Chelsea look to try and calm it down through Buchanan, and now Cuthbert. And Cuthbert calmly finds Perisset. Zwoda. Kelly DeSantis. Johannes. Tilly Högström now, nothing really going on ahead of her.
There's more positive play from Ajax. It started obviously with Noordam winning that ball and Grant able to pin and spin, getting Johannes more into the game now.
Johannes, her grandfather, by the way, was a bit of a legend in Ethiopia. He scored from halfway in an African Cup of Nations back in the late 1960s.
Not a bad thing to be noted for.
Absolutely not. Football has always been on the mind of Lily Johannes growing up in the United States. There's Perisset. Carter looks at, just letting her know that she's there.
That's good pressure from Ajax there, setting the trap, going together in numbers, forcing Carter to play that ball off of one of them.
Yes. Chelsea to make it a glorious night here. The stadium where the men's team won a European title 10 years ago now in the Europa League. They did well, fending off Leupold's. Cardinal. Coolly done. Högström wants it. She's not going to get it though, Van Hool. She fouled, the referee will bring it back.
Yeah, you can see that's positive attack from Ajax. They can be such a threat going forward when they get into these situations, but you can see it coming together there of Leupold and Van Hool. A clear foul.
It looks it's a fair way out. She's going to try and fancy testing Hannah Hampton here. Doctor does hit it, well, gets right underneath it.
Yeah, it's going to take something really special to try and beat Hannah Hampton from that distance. So, you know, if it's me, I'll probably opt to try and change the angle, get some other players running against the ball into the box.
She's not had a lot to go off tonight, has she? And it looks at 81 goals. Passing the record of Marjolein van der Bigelaar to become Ajax's all-time top scorer. It's in candidate. Now the Claudia back. And the flag has gone up.
Yeah, fortunately for Ajax, a really good line there. I'm not sure the Colonia knew much about where her Rittikana Rid was, but a really good organised shape there.
Johannes. Low down for Tilly Högström. Buchanan. Oh.
Bit of quality there from Cano in.
Plenty happening in the fan zone right now. Thank you for being part of it here on DAZN, by the way. The global home of women's football. Test your trivia in the fan zone quiz for chances to win a VIP trip for two to this year's UEFA Women's Champions League final in Bilbao. The question is, a bit of an easy one to get going. Name the current Chelsea manager. Emma Hayes, Sam Kerr, Casey Stoney, Matt Beard are your options. Charles. She has grown as a player at a time at Chelsea in the years she's been there since a move from Liverpool. Lee Charles.
Yeah, she's got an incredible engine and ability to get up and join the attack, create overloads. Has a number of assists across the season as well. A real asset to this Chelsea team.
Another example of the versatility in this Chelsea team as well. It's Buchanan, Leupolz. Here's Grant up against Charles. Respective champions of the Netherlands and England head-to-head here in Amsterdam. Chelsea's fourth successive title last season. Now it's becoming champions for the third time. It was a close title race with FC Twente beaten them by a point in the end. It could be a close one again this season.
You could just see how organised this Chelsea defence is in that 4-4-2. The tight distances between those lines made it really difficult for Ajax to try and break that press and find options ahead of the ball.
Swarming around Giannis. Ranton and Dortmund get there. She can poke it into the path of Chelsea to Grant. Captain's clearance only finds touch. Some talent in the goalkeeping department as well, haven't they, with Sajira Musovic. It's back up to Hannah Hampton these days, and Catherine Berger, one of the finest. It's the Colonia. Cardinal. Bergstra. Here's Johannes. Flag going up in the end. I think everybody was probably waiting for it to come, wasn't it, with Luton to mile off.
So I think that was a pretty clear offside. It took a while for the flag to go up. Yeah, you can see it's quite clear there. Looks to go a bit early on that run.
Charles. James. It's that roaming roll. No out now. Striker number 9, Sam Kerr, with that horrible injury that she's sustained. There's no Myra Ramirez in the squad for this one as well, due to injury. There's James. Wrighton and Musculus, the central figures in there. It's in towards Wrighton here with the flick.
Again, Lauren James causing problems. Lovely low delivery into the box. Wrighton trying to go for the clever flick. But this is the problem. Lauren James popping up in all sorts of positions on the pitch, really hard to defend against.
Noordam. Van der Poel seen a lot more of the ball in the second half, certainly in that midfield area, Ajax.
Yeah, there's a little bit more energy in their play. You can see that they're trying to look for that front line. Got to sort of limit these turnovers.
Johannes sends it back. Free getting in the way. They'll have to bring it back as Noordam here felt maybe a stray arm from the referee.
I mean, could he get a yellow card out for the referee?
Yeah. She's clearly stopped an attack brewing there.
Yeah, it was a positive defensive transition for Ajax. Which is just, I mean, that's great blocking. A little complaint there for Noordam.
Noordam's story is a wonderful one. How she used to work in a nursing home when she was a player at ADO Den Haag. To give up the job and turn it professional with Ajax.
Just shows you, the game is still relatively young in its professional era. That players had dual careers or dual education as well alongside playing, and it's obviously a great time that so many players can commit to being full-time pros.
Yeah, this is a growing league, and Ajax, mentioned by Emma Hayes in the press conference, actually from the time that they played a friendly against each other some 18 months ago. She said she remembers saying that she could see Ajax becoming the next team to come through in Europe. So high praise.
Very high praise, and I think you look at this Ajax team and the youthfulness in this squad, they've got a very bright future ahead of them.
Hit the hour mark. Chelsea still in complete control. Had a fair few miles in Chelsea recently. Fourth away day in the last 5. Travels up north, to the north of England as well, in their away days in respective competitions. Had an extra day off after their win against Arsenal. It's Carter. Luskin. Perisset. Referee will bring it back. No further advantage to be had.
Yeah, good decision there for the referee. Sjoeke Luskin did really well to just roll her player, to try and face up and progress play.
Charles will get there. She's on her way. Oh, the target was Rizin Kamerud. Made a lot of ground forward. Leipold swings it in. Right and back, Nusken.
Yeah, lovely ball here from Leupolz to just whip that back into the box, and great control from Guro Reiter to just put it in the path of Nusken, who isn't able to just get ahead over the ball and hit that shot low and hard.
She's got 8 goals in all competitions coming into this one, make it 9. And with a goal tonight, Sjoeke Nusken. Fighting 12 times in all competitions for Eintracht Frankfurt last season, getting them into the Champions League. It's Buchanan. Now Leighton. Free cross, 3 down.
Yeah, it was a little bit comical. Initially, you could see all 3 players eager to try and get there first. I think you even hear Guru Wrighton scream for the ball as Erin Cuthbert looks to try and play her in. Oh, Laura James gets the touch there, and it's just, you can see here. There, just as she goes to ground, doesn't see a blind side.
Oh, that is a whack. To Claudia. There's Regina van Eyck, part of the senior squad since she was 16 years of age. And Van Eyck's been around a long time. Suffered a lot in terms of injury. Filling it as well now as the #1 for Ajax in goal after Lisa Kopp left for the WSL. She's now a Leicester City player. Here's Cuthbert.
I have to say, I've been really impressed with the way Chelsea have been super aggressive and front-footed in that press when Ajax have the ball. You saw Buchanan earlier, really hyped the pitch. Those are the moments that Ajax have to transition a bit quicker, change the tempo, lift the intensity.
Still no changes being made yet by either coach. Here's James. Nusken. Cut out by De Claudia. And a give and go with Hoekstra. And look at the desire from Erin Cuthbert, throwing herself in the way of that. Typifying how Chelsea have gone about their business tonight.
Yeah, Erin Cuthbert has really taken to that captain role, and you know, she's a player that gives you both sides of the game. Attacking is really effective, but defensively will get stuck in too.
Emphasising why she is in the top 10 for tackles won in the Champions League this season. It's Grant. That's another stop there, the captain, Cuthbert. Towards James. Now changes. So it will be Ajax to blink first. So Lily Johannes is going to make way, this young 16-year-old who picked up a yellow card in the first half, so she won't be playing at Stamford Bridge. And she's being replaced here by Jonna van der Velde. Her appearances have been off the bench. She's only just one league game this season. Has been at Ajax all of her career. She didn't kick a ball at all last campaign due to a knee injury. Some 16 months away from the game.
Yeah, well, I said Johannes was the one to watch, and I think tonight's been a difficult night for her. Getting that early yellow card, I think, does add a bit more pressure to your game as a midfielder when you've got to really compete in those physical duels.
Cut out by Buchanan. Here's Hiddink watching on from the Chelsea head coach on the men's side. Legendary Dutch coach in attendance. Lining it up, Van Eyck gets down well.
She attempts to unleash a shot there, just isn't able to get enough power behind it.
A little earlier we did ask you who the current Chelsea head coach is. Emma Hayes, Anchor, Casey Stoney and Matt Beard were the options. Answer was of course Emma Hayes. But if you got it right, why not take on the quiz in the fan zone for your chance to win a VIP experience. 67% all positive support messages coming in. As Van Dijk gets down here and holds on to it. Positive support, by the way, from Ajax fans to just whether Ajax can mount some sort of comeback in the overall tie. And again, you can show your support by sending positive messages in the chat. Noda. Extra away from Parisset. Can she deliver across? She can, but right onto the head of Buchanan. Parisset's touch was a heavy one. Urged to shoot, the shot does eventually come in. Plenty of blue in the way, and Chelsea can come away with it.
Yeah, Hoekstra did extremely well initially to get away from Parisset, try and get a ball into the box. Chelsea defended really well to just get back, recover, regain possession. But positive sign for Ajax.
We're approaching the final 20 minutes of this first leg. And Chelsea with a 2-goal advantage. Ajax are capable of scoring. They just need one chance. Now games can change so quickly, but welcome Chelsea at the other end to capitalise on errors at the back from Ajax. Here is Lauren James. De Clooney is there. Guro Reiten taking over now. It's in candidates. Who will it fall to in the end? Van der Vaart gets a clear. Flag eventually coming to the aid of Ajax.
Yeah, you just felt there that the Chelsea players were lining up or wanted the opportunity to take on the chance on goal. Lauren James, the ball initially gets stuck under her feet, and Ajax did really well to get narrow and compact and just limit that space.
Milton with the touch. Cuthbert. No problems. Just about got out of the way of that. She should be coming. He started against Arsenal last weekend, only a third start of the WSL. A little bit at home. 49th appearance in Europe tonight, a player who has been there, done it, got every t-shirt possible. Time with Lyon. She's again in an Olympic year as well, and an Olympic champion in Tokyo. Paris will soon be here in the summer. It's Carter. It's in candidate. Nuska hangs it up deep for Guro Reiten. Will come away with it. Reiten to provide. Cuthbert! Oh, big chance. Big chance to maybe even put this tie to bed.
Yeah, another quality chance from Chelsea there. Guro Reiten wins this tussle. First thought, can I get a ball in the box? Are their numbers arriving? Erin Cuthbert comes in. Just unable to slow her momentum, get that composure to direct the ball either side of Ike.
Tilly Hoekstra has made way as Ajax are making changes. Lotte Kukla. There's another young player coming on, and a chance for Emma Hayes to rotate and make some changes of her own. So Lauren James makes away. And the introduction of Ashley Lawrence and Katerina Macario coming on. First appearance in Europe this season for Katerina Macario, well known, her injuries at the start of her Chelsea career and one of her 600 days since she last played in the Champions League, and that was in the final for Lyon against Barcelona, and she scored in it as well. Marking a Chelsea debut at the start of the month against Leicester with a goal, having been on just 6 minutes. Did not feature due to a knee injury that she picked up in a final game for Lyon. Here's Lawrence towards Macario. Two substitutes looking to combine immediately. Macario again. Cuthbert wants it, gets it now. Wide for Ashley Lawrence. Letting it bounce. And nervously Ajax are able to clear it, but only as far as Niamh Charles.
I mean, the scary thing is the changes that Emma Hayes has been able to unleash. You've got Lawrence, who is, you know, full of dynamism down that right-hand side, almost offers a similar threat to Kaneryd, maybe a bit less tricky, but still very effective. And Macario, as we know, has had impact on her return for the club as well.
A recent winner in an FA Cup clash against Everton in a quarter-final as well. Did come off Lawrence last. It's a more recent arrival as well from Paris Saint-Germain. Perisic. Macario. Nishkin. Squeeze it through. Got the better of Cardinal, and here come Ajax. 15 remaining in the first leg of this quarter-final. Can Ajax get a goal to take to London? Grant will let it run for a corner. Encouraging for Ajax here.
Grant does exceptionally well there. You know, they haven't had much passages of play in this half ever been brought into the game, but those are the moments where she can make a difference, get the team up the pitch and win a set piece.
Listen to this record crowd as well, getting right behind Ajax now. Corner is floated in. Nuda. De Clonia. Oh, that final touch just let her down. Oh, an awkward one this for Van Eyck. Calmly done in the end. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, could have ended up horribly there, but Van Eyck kept her nerve. Did really well to just settle it.
It'd set things up nicely, wouldn't it, if Ajax were to score? It was to be just the one-goal game. We're going to Stamford Bridge next week. Loisa just can't link up with anybody. Brighton. But then again, such a shift. Luskin. And she's on her way. Luskin can't get there in time though. Sanders plays it forward on as far as Niamh Charles. Dam. Well, they've got the options through the middle and to the left as well. Jess Carter will have felt the presence of her opposite number 7. Looked her and she showed all of her experience there, Jess Carter.
Yeah, she managed that situation perfectly. was ball side, was able to read that pass, be first. But Ajax showed some flashes where they get into their kind of modes, attacking wise, just lacking that bit of quality in the final third.
Chelsea got the free kick just to calm it down. Chelsea will be in action again at the weekend. They'll face West Ham United again. They've beaten them twice already this season in the FA Cup and in the WSL. Home clash against PEC Zwolle for Ajax to try and keep the heat on to enter the top of the table. 5 games remaining there. Chelsea level on points with Manchester City with 6 to go in the WSL. Grant. Buchanan has been absolutely huge tonight for Chelsea.
Yeah, she really has, and I think Grant there, maybe just a bit of decision making let her down. Wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do. I thought she was going to slip her teammate on the overlap. But again, Chelsea show their experience, able to manage their situations really well.
Here's Lawrence. Minded with the change, Lawrence, rather than being in a native right-back position. Chelsea going to get the corner or not? No.
You see here, Lawrence does a little step over swivel, tries to evade the Collier here. But I think you can see clearly a goal kick. Pardon me, I think that was De Sanders, in fact, corrected.
Van with the clearance. Jonas van der Velde. Final 10 minutes. She was beaming, wasn't she, during her interview just before we got going here, about being in such an environment. It's where the big teams just love to play, in front of big crowds and show what they're all about. To do the same again at Stamford Bridge next week, and a potential for semi-final and a repeat of last season's semi-final with Barcelona if they get beyond Brown. You'd expect them to do. You never know.
You never know. Stranger things have happened, but yeah, I think they'll be the favourites in that fixture as well. Yeah, Emma Hayes was full of excitement for this fixture, and I think that kind of energy just rubs off onto the team.
Cuthbert, right across the face. Chelsea looking for that third goal that could quite easily wrap up the overall tie. Van Dijk's going to get there ahead of Lawrence.
A bit of slight contact from Lawrence on Van Dijk. I think her knee just catches her ever so slightly.
As Lawrence has been heavily involved since she's come on. Freshness, that extra energy she's able to bring. Leupold for Cuthbert. Macario. For Buchanan. Did well on the stretch there, Lawrence now. Macario looking to keep herself onside. Tutu out in the centre. And there is a Chelsea third. Liscombe with her arms up, wanting it, getting it, and scoring again. And Chelsea with a very handsome lead to take into the second leg now. And Szykanowska at the double again for the Blues.
Well, I was going to say, the substitutes coming in and keeping and maintaining, if not raising the levels, shows the strength and depth of this Chelsea side. But pinpoint precision cross into the box, and Luskin there with the perfect header. And again, you've just got to question Ajax's defending. They've got to get touch tight to players in there, can't allow them that space and time. She has all this time to just leap up and direct the ball into the back of the net.
Fabulous delivery in as well to find her. And Chika Luskin, I mentioned she's had a good week. That's 4 goals in 4 days.
It's not a bad return, is it?
Not at all. As Chelsea changes, Erin Cuthbert is going to make way. What a shift she's put in. And Jelena Cankovic is going to come on as a replacement. Cankovic has been playing 64 minutes in Europe this season. She started against Paris FC. Carter's got to deal with this to the other end. And she does. It's going to be a pretty steep mountain to climb now for Ajax going to Stamford Bridge, isn't it?
I think it's going to be extremely difficult for them, especially going to Stamford Bridge, which is like a fortress for Chelsea, and seeing the changes as well that Chelsea have been able to make in this game just shows the strength and depth they have in this squad.
Cardinal for Ajax. Buchanan there yet again. Ajax simply must be sick of the sight of her. Every time they come forward, it's just been the wall that is Buchanan. But can they make something happen? It looks like she get it out of her feet. Still alive, this for Ajax. Extraordinary from Luxa. At one point, she just looked as though she just gave up with the opportunity.
Yeah, it seemed to me that Luxa couldn't quite make a decision early enough. You know, the ball's coming to the box. Striker's instinct is you've got to try and take that on first time. She's trying to settle it, you know, in her foot. And it just gets all caught up and tangled up there.
So Ajax making a change. It's about Kool is away, and Danica Nordman, or Danny as she's known, is on as her replacement. And Luskin? No. So we're going to see Maggie Beeper-Jones and Sophie Ingle come on here for Chelsea. Only Leupolz with the high fives. Here comes the experience of Sophie Ingle. She's played the most games in the WSL history, and Maggie Beeper-Jones, infancy of her career. Oh, what a talent she is, taking the place of Niamh Charles. Who's your Visa player of the match? Time to let us know. You can let us know in the chat and we'll reveal at the end of the match.
See the introduction of Aggie Beeper-Jones, an exciting player for Chelsea, one for the future, still developing her craft but having so much impact already.
She does have an impact of scoring goals off the bench, an impact. She got a time away on loan, didn't she? She got some vital minutes and experience under her belt before coming back to Chelsea.
Yeah, she's a player I'm really lucky to be able to work with England under 23s, and I think she has so much hunger, you know, to keep developing her game and also her career.
She grew up not far from Cobham. DeSanders restarts. She grew up near to the Johan Cruyff Arena, Lady DeSanders, so she could actually see the stadium from a bedroom window. She was that close to the stadium. She is red and white of Ajax through and through. Got to be on a losing team tonight. Lawrence. Pick up on the left now after those changes have been made. Wrighton. Into the final 30 seconds of the 90. Job done tonight for Chelsea. Make it a lot more comfortable. Going back to West London next week. Get to play here from Grant, but won't actually. Gone out of play. 3 additional minutes to be had.
Yeah, I think for the players, this is a position you want to be in. You're in full control. Got the job done.
Is it tricky though then going into the second leg knowing that you've got such a scoreline going your way that there's no room for errors still, and to be professional and get the job done?
I don't think it'll be tricky for Chelsea. I think they have so much experience. They've been there, done that, you know, a number of times, 4 times to be exact, you know, previously. They can manage those situations. They'll be thriving on it. They'll want to score goals in front of a home crowd as well. And Ajax will know they have to go out and try and get a result. So they'll probably leave more space and opportunity for Chelsea to capitalise on.
Well, here's Van der Velde. Now the final say on the clash. Ajax here in Amsterdam. Macario calms it all down. Parise now. Coquelin, on she goes. Oh, it just seemed to open up. It will be a corner. But at one point she might have had a clear line on goal.
Yeah, really positive run from Coquelin, weaving in and out of this Chelsea defence. I think she slightly mishits it as well as that deflection comes off of Carter there for the corner.
Here comes the corner. The referee has seen too much going on in there, so it will be a free kick to Chelsea. The huge lessons learned. And, on occasion it will be for them, as you've said. They're going to Stamford Bridge. Nothing to fear, nothing to lose.
Yeah, it's fantastic. This is, like I said, the future is bright for this Ajax team. They're playing a really good Chelsea side, and it's all about taking in these moments and experiences and trying to build on that for the future.
Phoebe Jones. Not done yet, are they, Chelsea? Same play. Jankovic. Chelsea control. Going to Stamford Bridge after this first leg. Total dominance from Emma Hayes' side. They've been a class above. And Sjoeke Nüsken with 2 goals in this one. And we can reveal it was her you voted your Visa Fan Zone player of the match. Her 2 goals added to that of Lauren James in the first half as well. Ajax started well, they struck a post at 0-0, but then Chelsea's class came to the top, and it could have been more. Guro Reiten did have a goal ruled out as well, but James making it look effortless. And in the end, Chelsea with a commanding lead going into the second leg next week against Ajax as they hunt down another place in a Champions